What's going on there, Battlefielders? My name is Pone, coming at you guys with another Battlefield 4 gun review. Today we're going to be focusing on the SR338. If you missed last week's, actually it was a few days ago, it was the AWS. If you want to check that one out, that's down in the description below. Feel free to do so. I also want to ask you guys to support the video. If we could hit 3,000 likes on this episode, that would be great. For now, let's talk a little bit about the SR338. Now, it is in the recon category. It's got a maximum damage of 50, a minimum damage of 38, and the drop-off starts at 12.5 meters, capping at 150 meters. Now, overall, the damage is extremely high, and that is because I'm comparing it to DMRs, because it is, in fact, a DMR, not a bolt action like the others in the recon category. Thus, it should be compared to the other one. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. It's got a fire rate of 150 rounds per minute, a muzzle velocity of 500 meters per second, and a magazine capacity of 11. Now, let me just break this down real quick for you guys. The SR338 statistically is probably the worst gun in the game. As you can see right there, its fire rate is abysmal, even for something like the DMRs, which are incredibly low with them. I think they all have 260 rounds per minute. This is almost half of that at 150. The muzzle velocity is, I think, the second lowest in the entire DMR category, and it's got 10 shots, whereas almost every one of the other DMRs has 15 to 20. That complicates things a lot. So meaning, even though this is in the recon category, it has no place in the recon category. And above all, it doesn't even compete with the other DMRs. So what is the purpose of this gun? Now, being the good Christian I am, I'm going to kick the gun while it's down. It's got a reload speed of 2.3 seconds. On empty, it's a 2.6 second. That's very bad. I mean, very bad. Recoil, it's got a 0.6 vertical, negative 0.1 to the left, 0.3 to the right. Overall, the recoil is slightly better than a couple, but overall, not too good. So statistically, this thing is the worst DMR in the game. The fact that it has 10 shots, the slowest rate of fire, all of that stuff means it's not a good weapon. The only true solid thing this gun has going good for it is the fact that it's got an 8x scope. But when you follow it up with the slow rate of fire, the muzzle velocity that's not the best, you have to lead the shot, adjust for bullet drop. There's so many things that complicate this weapon. It definitely just does not have a place in the game. The only way to make this gun probably a little bit better is if they were to try to enhance the maximum damage up to like 55 or so, maybe drop the drop-off down 50 meters or something like that. Then I would think that you would have more two-shot scenarios. Almost everything, I'd say 90-95% of my kills are, in fact, three-shot kills. It just, with that kind of rate of fire, it's not consistent. Every other DMR can basically squeeze off 3 shots before this one can get 2. So at that point, I just don't understand the purpose of this weapon in this game. I don't have a logical setup for you guys, a recommended loadout like I typically do, because, well, this gun isn't as good as any other DMR in the game, so putting a close-quarter scope on it with a slow rate of fire is absolutely stupid. I mean, equipping it, period, is probably not the wisest decision you've ever made, but again, if you are to ever use this weapon just for dares or trolling or whatever it is, use the 8x, because any other way, it just defeats the purpose of what this weapon is intended for. But with that being said, I'm going to compare it so you guys get a little bit of an understanding what this gun looks like to the MK11 mod. So as you can see, the SR338 has a little bit of a damage bonus from that, but it's almost always going to be a 3-shot anyways for both of the guns. So honestly, there's no point of really worrying too much about that. The rate of fire is almost half that of the MK11. The muzzle velocity is slightly slower, not too impacting, but it does make a difference. The ammo capacity is half the size as well. The reload speed is significantly faster for the MK11. As you can see, the MK11 trumps that weapon in almost every aspect. Short of the damage, but the damage isn't strong enough for it to, I guess, trump the fact, because it's only going to be a 2-shot if you're in extreme close quarters, and if you're using the 8x, you just like pain. You like self-inflicting, waterboarding yourself, and any other type of dangerous activities, and that's kind of like what this weapon is using. So if I haven't beat the idea of to never use this weapon into your skull yet, then you were just simply dropped on your head as an adult. So again, guys, avoid this weapon at all costs. It's the worst in the game, hands down, no competition, nothing else remotely comes close. Pre-patch 44 Magnum was a glorious weapon compared to what this thing can do. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. It'd be great, again, if you guys could show some support to this video. It's always how we grow this channel. If you're looking forward to another episode, be sure to leave down in the comment section below what gun you would like to see next, and I'll try to crank that out for you guys in the next few days. Have a great and glorious day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay moist. Be safe this weekend.